The mind is a truly fascinating concept. What it can create in moments of beauty, in the aftermath of tragic events, within someone's own personal trauma, or within suppressing something into one's own self. The realm of which the mind resides can bring about both amazing experiences into the world and some truly dark and disturbing levels of reality into conception. The technology of Mobius in the universe of the evil within allows for these worlds to be birthed and constructed within it, producing an experience that would bend our perception of reality, blurring the barrier between what we see as fiction and real events into one. In this video, we'll be going through the many systems and lore of STEM, showing you all where and how reality and fantasy can be easily mistaken as the real world. Created by Ruvik, the STEM system would be used to create a reality within his own making, building the device so that he could be with his dearly beloved sister who had died in a barn house fire when they were just children. Pain and trauma had taken up rent within Ruvik's mind, causing him to do anything just to be reunited with his sister, and with the help of his colleague, Dr. Marcello, he would be successful in building the system to a certain degree, not completely perfecting it. However, Mobius had put Ruvik into a difficult position, who were intrigued by the concept of having their own reality within their making, that he would either finish the project or be removed entirely, which did not sit well with him. Over the many versions of integrations, with those being having to be connected with a cord to access the system with the test subjects' minds. The next would be through a wireless connection. Basically, you could access the world of STEM while being at home, like a virtual reality game. Possibly, you could go through this integration through sleep and wake up inside the STEM system. Kind of like that film, I can't quite remember, but if any of you know of which film I am talking about, it is where somebody falls asleep only to wake up in a different life. So feel free to comment down below, as I would actually like to watch that sometime. Ruvik would then program the system so that only he would be able to operate it, giving him godlike abilities in the world of his own design. It would be by brain synchronization that someone was to be able to access STEM, with no other alternative way of accomplishing that contact. So with the origins of this system out of the way, let's move past this part of the story and move into the more technical side of things within its design. The STEM system would appear inside of a circular room with bathtubs being centered around the core system. A person that was to enter the world was to be placed in one of the bathtubs that had been filled halfway, possibly to avoid dehydration. This part of the process would be known as terminus. The subject would then be knocked out and placed within a electrical induced coma. Then they would be connected with a cord to the back of the head. This process ensures that a mental projection would be created in their own image in the connected existence on the other side, preserving their form, using their memories to bring themselves and what they were wearing into this brave new world. However, there would soon be another advancement that was to be made that would eliminate this step, with us going back to a wireless signal that brings people's consciousnesses into the reality-bending world. The terminus ports are connected into the center of the room, into a device known as the central core processor. The core is a biologically living part of the machine, comprising of a person's mind, using their mental patterns to create the planes of existence within STEM. Connecting to the system would be improved so that the terminus step can be skipped, allowing for people to transcend into this alternate realm of reality without noticing, like waking up from your slumber, as I said previously, or walking into another room, or opening a new door. However, this process can take a lot longer than the previous terminal step. The wireless version would be noted to have more discomfort than the previous introgation. Ruvik's wireless version would also take longer due to having to blend a person's perception of their surroundings before breaking it down with the operator's willpower, which would be highly alarming and stressful given what the system can make someone endure. However, there is one issue with the system, and that is being corrupted by it, which is what we will get into right now. Subjects that have been successful in reaching this world would also have to be mindful that the system can dominate their minds with the psychological disruptions it can give out. The users with a stronger and sharper mind would take longer to fall to these disruptions. However, those who were unfortunate enough not to be so strong-willed would then start to display the symptoms that are headaches and memory loss, with these being the early stages of the mind succumbing to the erosional nature of STEM. The last stages would be followed by violent tendencies that forces the person to lash out at nearby targets. Then finally, as the domination of the system nears the breaking point, the person will devolve into one of two entities within the world, with those being either the haunted or lost forms. However, this all really depends on the psychological makeup and surrounding area the person is within. Other users can also become the blood-soaked chainsaw-wielding maniac, the sadist, or the demented keeper entity, who all patrol the endless horror-induced nightmare, looking for more victims to hunt and kill. If a person was to be disconnected within this state, even through safety precautions, the person will return to their state of mind they had entered with, but will be affected by permanent nerve scarring that can lead into medical complications in the future due to the nature of STEM. Other entities that one may encounter would be something the individual operator was to have conjured up from the back of their mind, possibly not even meaning to bring them into existence, much like Ruvik with his sister's appearance in the first installment of the series, with her twisted spider and grudge-like appearance, possibly being the end result of his personal trauma and distorted memory, along with being haunted by her many screams. There are several different variants of the STEM machines that all come with their own complexity and different integrations, much like how in the second installment there are multiple entities that possess godlike abilities. It's still very interesting, perhaps in our rush to free ourselves from the ever-dawning cycle of death, or in pursuing the wonders of modern technology, we would end up creating an alternative reality. We unwittingly create something truly horrifying. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, then please hit the like button, comment your thoughts below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Sign up to join the British Alliance today by subscribing to the channel, and ring in the notification bell to receive all notifications so that you are always notified to see the new videos pop up, and I will see all of you among the cosmos, and be sure to have a good one.